Yo, 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 what is up, my peeps? It's your main man, Cop here. We are back with another stream for you today. We've got a whole whack of leveling to do, and only about 8 hours to do it in. So, let's get it done. Let's get our butts in gear. Say, bring up the game, bring up the stream, bring up the chat. Get started. So how's everybody doing today? You know, I haven't even loaded this character in like forever. Where is my mount? Where's my mount? That over there. Yo, 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 Scholar, what's up, buddy? Hey, Thomas, brother, what's up? Let's see, what's this? Let's do some Hallow's End stuff, shall we? See what we can do. See what we can fiddle around with. What's this? Hype. That is very hype, my friend. $120 hype. Now the second half of the game begins. Gotta start gearing that puppy up. Hey, I got destroyed in Battlegrounds when I was at 120 as well, so it happens to the best of us. Not that I'm the best of us, but it does happen to the best of us. I wonder if I can even queue for the Headless Horseman dungeon. Oh, I can too. You guys know I don't normally do dungeons, right? But what the heck? It's Hallow's End. Why not, right? Why not do it once? It's Hallow's End. We'll give it a shot, see what we get out of it. We're doing some Hallow's End stuff to start the stream. Razor Hill. Ratchet's not where I want to go. How come I have no flight path to Razor Hill? Go forth to victory. That's just silly. So this is my affliction lock. The Nightborn. Always right here, Scholar. Always on any leveling character, it will always be right here. Because that's a weak aura. So I'm level 50. I guess we'll just have to ride to Razor Hill the old-fashioned way. At least I got epic ground. No worries, buddy. No worries. You know how many times I answer that question in one of my 1-to-1 10 streams? Nobody sees it in one of those, I tell you. Tell you what, it's bloody hilarious. Bloody hellfire. Oh, nice, man. That is awesome, Stone Gaze. Yeah, it feels good. I bet you it was a Blood Death Knight. Whew. Blood Death Knight, maybe a Brewmaster, but other than that, the only other God mode that I know is Demon Hunters. So one of those three has to be the tank, right? Feel pretty confident that covers about 50% of the tanks in the game, but, you know. Let's see what we got. Do you know how long it's been since I've done anything with Hallow's End? Yeah. Trick or treat. Oh, I didn't even have to kill the Headless Horseman. He's already dead when I got here. Nice. Look at that. Headless Horseman was afraid of me. Let's talk to this candy bucket. Trick or treat. Dude, that's a decent amount of experience. 6K for just walking up to the candy bucket? Orphan matrons the other way. Like I say, been a few years since I've done this. Mention it's so bright in this apartment right now, I can't see anything to save my life. All we want white and some tricky treats. Nice. A paladin. Yeah, I like paladins. Don't get me wrong. What is it you want me to do there, matron? Head west out of Razor Hill. That's over this way. Train putting out fires. Suppose we can do that. Hey, hippie! Indeed, it's been far too long, buddy. We're just doing some leveling on a allied race here. Doing some Hallow's End stuff that I haven't done in 10 years. Just to test it out. See if it's worth my time. Oh, I didn't mean to click on you, Razor Hill Grunt. Why you stand so close to the bucket? The bucket.
The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each
Work
of
complete.
you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy! The reckoning has come!
You get there, buddy. There's that headless horseman.
What can I do for you? Be safe.
I think I got the fires out. See, it's been a long time since I've done this thing. Oh. I'm starting to remember now. It's like 10 buckets to get a single fire out. I remember back when Hallow's End first came out, sitting here and actually forming a line of people tossing buckets to one another to get to the buckets to the buildings quicker. And I remember people actually being unable to get the Headless Horseman down if there weren't enough people in whatever low-level town we were trying to keep from going on fire. Well, grats on your 120, bud. Grats on your 120.
The sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns.
Thing is about talent trees is you actually had less you had less choice. There was less choice to it.
Now feel the burn.
You know? Because if you didn't take the exact talent spec that was considered the best, you didn't get picked for anything. So there really was no choice. It looked like there was a lot more choice, but there really wasn't any choice. And to me, that's just like, it's a false sense of choice. And it really isn't. It's better now that we actually have talents that are competitive in different areas, and it's a lot easier to change. It's just a quality of life thing, right? Oh, for sure. Like, don't get me wrong. I had some really whack builds back then. Like, I'm surprised I ever got anything done, because I never even looked up talent builds. I just picked whatever I thought might be the best. And there were some really stupid builds looking back on it, on some of the stuff I did. But at the same time, I had a lot of fun. Oh, there was actually even... I made a Blood Elf Paladin back in Burning Crusade, and I determined that I wasn't going to actually pick any talents. I wanted to see if it was possible to level to max level without choosing any talents. I mean, I got to a point where I had to give it up because I was going to work and stuff, and then when I came back from work, I just was too tired to play and took a couple months off and yada yada yada. You know how it goes. I never got back to that paladin, but I think I got to about level 41, something like that, without choosing a single talent point. It was bloody hilarious. Bloody hellfire. Almost got that fire out. Almost got it out. The thing that most people don't get is that the talents that you would have taken in those things anyway, you're still getting them. They're just most 90% of them were passives. So they're done behind the scenes now. So you're still getting what you would have taken.
Fire consumes. You've tried and failed. Let there be no doubt. Justice prevailed.
Come down here and say that, Headless Horseman. Yeah, we failed to save Razor Hill. Wow, that's kind of harsh. That's kind of really badly harsh. What is it with this guy? But yeah, Hippie. Like I say, I'm not getting down on those talents. I'm just. Not gonna do that. Not doing the Barons. Let's go to Undercity, shall we?
What are you looking for? Straight. The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has come.
Like I say, I'll be back playing Vanilla Warcraft when it comes out. Heck, I'm gonna get the virtual ticket, so we'll be playing some Vanilla Warcraft during the week of BlizzCon. As soon as it's available, we'll be playing it. So see what they've got done and what it feels like. Pretty sure this is a tower that takes us to Undercity, which is where I kind of want to go anyway, even besides the Hallow's End stuff, because we were in it's kind of a miracle that I get anything done the way I fall down these darn flights of stairs. Portal to under... Oh, that's right. There's no Zeppelin going there anymore. We use a portal. Although the way I understood it was supposed to work with Undercity in BFA, it was supposed to still be there until you hit level 110. Then it was supposed to go away. This should be interesting. But yeah, 287's not that bad, Hippie. It really isn't. I've got a paladin, an alliance paladin that's fairly recently hit 120, and she's up to 323 already. So it doesn't take that long. Soul Reaper. What do you want? Oh, I bet you that's the Warlock quest for the weapon where you just go and do a dungeon to get your Warlock weapon or helm. Ew. They made me stinky for 2 minutes. That's not cool. Cursed Alliance making me stinky. Did I mention it's been a few years since I've done this? Oh, well, what better way to start a stream than completely derping out, getting caught on the walls in Undercity, and screwing up Hallow's End quests. Yep, it's a cop stream. Ooh. If I remember correctly, all the Hallow's End stuff is in the courtyard. We'll find out. That's down. That's up. There we go. Oh yeah, giant pumpkin. Like I say, I really enjoy the old style too. I also enjoy the new style.
Dark Lady watch over you.
Oh yeah, the Wickerman Ashes. They give an experience boost, don't they? Oh, that is awesome. I completely forgot about the Wickerman Ashes.
Work complete.
What would you ask?
Completely forgot about the Wickerman Ashes. That is invaluable. Absolutely invaluable.
Yes.
Okay, I think where do I find the broom for this? One of these young ladies is going to show me a broom. Stink bombs dropped is what I want. Serena Fenlow. Ren, what's up, buddy? How's it going, my friend?
Prepare yourselves. The bells have tolled. Shelter your weak, your young, and your old. Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has come.
There we go. That's who we're gonna go talk to.
Hello.
I'm ready to attack Stormwind. Drop some stink bombs on them. So what's happening, Ren? What is happening? It amazes me they didn't use this technology to a more invasive, nasty form of biological warfare. I mean, if you've got hags who can fly around undetected through Stormwind, dropping stink bombs, couldn't they be dropping plague bombs as well? I'm just saying. Sylvanas does love her some plague. That's what Anduin said. But don't tell Frog I said that. He don't like it when I talk about Anduin and Sylvanas.
Work complete.
I suppose I should gate back. Your idea scares me for some reason, Ren.
What is it? Our time.
Yeah, see, I don't think 6k gold is worth me sneaking up to Stormwind on a character that's level 50. Ooh, Headless Horseman. Let's go kill him.
Time is short. I'll soon retire.
Okay. Where's my pet bar?
Your
Oh,
search is done. Let fate choose.
I better dismiss this guy.
For the Horde.
Because he said I can't find my pet bar. Crap. Darn it. Tender. Pet bar. Come on, stupid shaky hand. Enable my pet bar.
And pure. Now your blackened souls are cured.
Because I don't want to pull aggro. What is this?
I need to target something first.
Did I mention I haven't played this guy since 8.0 came out? Very nice. Let's try this again. There. Now my pet has thread again. Oh dear. Ren, I'm gonna wind up a Vorps if I don't get on my game soon. Where can I put my pet bar where it makes sense? could put it... Yeah, I could put it right here. I mean, pets kind of are essential to my class. Yeah, that's good. I like it. I like it. Oh yeah, I can cast Soulstone, can't I? Where did I put that? Soulstone. Unending Breath. Okay. I don't think I'll be dousing the Alliance's Wickerman. Let's remove some stink bombs here in Undercity.
You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns.
Hey, I forgot the Ashes of the Wicker Man were a thing. They give you 10% extra experience. It's been a long time since I've done Hallow's End stuff. And Warlocky stuff. At least I bothered to look up the rotation before I started the stream. Come on. I was unable to enter that elevator like I was a Tauren on a Kodo at that point. Oh, don't do that, Ren. I'm afraid the instructor would be contextual. And I'd never survive. Really, they dropped a stink bomb on the sign? Alliance going all out to try and get us to not be able to clean up our Undercity.
Use that item yet.
Well, that reminds me, I gotta go and cluck like a chicken to the innkeeper or something, don't I? But at least I get another candy bucket. Assuming I can use the stairs. which I've not proven myself able to do just yet.
Cluck.
Cluck slash chicken.
Work complete.
I think I gotta do it in Silver Moon, Dark Spear. No, not Silver Moon, just Thunder Bluff, Dark Spear, and Orgrimmar. So...
Many deals for a friend of the Grumbles, like you.
And I should be wearing this.
Farewell, friend of the Grumbles.
Well, let's. Well, we can, I suppose if we go up top, there won't be a Zeppelin, but there'll be a portal. Chavez, what's up, buddy? How's it going? So we can turn a couple of these dailies in. You've come at a good time. I'm apparently unable to use any of the controls. And I'm near being a Vorps. Then I remembered I'm a Warlock, so I have Soulstone. Or perhaps I was reminded of it by Rand. You know, one of the two. I hope you're safe, buddy. I hope you're staying safe, and you and yours are weathering the storm, so to speak. Trying to be funny when I say that. I'm trying to be sincere. It's been a while since I played this toon, so there are going to be a few seconds where I have to do some setups here.
I have many lucky doos you like. Good fortune to our friends.
Nice. Farm those transmogs, buddy. You can do it. I believe. I believe in you. Well, that's good. I was worried he'd be tough on me, that contextual guy, so having a new instructor is probably a good idea. Oh, that's another Warlock instructor. Yeah, that would make sense, right? Kind of the whole point of the Maghar is they rejected Fel magic and never drank the demon blood. candy bucket. Now, where's the innkeeper here? Oh, right there.
What are you looking for?
Flash flex.
Work complete.
Strength and honor.
Leveling a lock is a lot of fun if you remember how to play them. Okay, that's the creepy crate quest. Yeah, let's do the creepy crate quest. What the heck? We're chilling out and leveling, right? The nice thing about the creepy crate quest is it's pretty much all in and around Orgrimmar. And nobody can get lost in Orgrimmar. Can they? Apparently it's possible to get lost in Orgrimmar. How do you mean? There's such strong music here in Durotar. Something tells me I badly screwed that up. Dark Iron Dwarf could probably be. You know your Void Elves can be Warlocks. Well, your Lightborn won't be able to. But Nightborn probably will be able to. I know that because I'm playing a Nightborn Warlock right now. I doubt High Mountain could be Warlocks. Really should be a simple enough quest. That's right. Nobody will think of the giant core hound following these things around as being conspicuous.
I got what you need. If you ever need anything.
Work complete.
You break it, you buy it.
Corbin, how's it going, man? Thanks for dropping by the stream, and for the Horde indeed. Welcome back, Chavez. That's right, there's Droppers and Sun Salvage.
The eternal sun guides us. We will have justice.
Life is pretty decent. I skipped breakfast, so you'll have to forgive me if I have the odd potato chip while I'm streaming.
Work complete.
A new Belore de la Mar.
Sorry about the sound, guys. Well, in that case, I'll have one more.
What can I help you with?
and some blood nettles. Which grow all over the place.
Work complete.
Remember when that creepy crate quest first came out, and the reagents that were needed were low-level enchanting and alchemy mats. And you actually had to go and find an enchanter to buy some from, an alchemist or an herbalist to buy some others from.
Shola.
According to Dran, the collector who wants the crate is none other than the insane Archmage Xylem in Azshara. Well, if it's Archmage Xylem we're after, then out the back door to Org we should go. Oh, an Undercity. No wonder. You haven't done the quest in 10 years. Maybe read it, cop. Maybe read it. Well, before we go to Undercity, let's head over to Darkspear, or Darkspear. You know, the troll place down the coast, and that Tauren place in the plains. I'm telling you guys, the heat makes me goofy. What level, Chavez? Because if you're above level 100, I'd just hearth to Dalaran and take the portal. Now, if you're under level 100, I would go to a major city, doesn't matter which one, they all have a portal that leads to the Badlands. Just use your Dalaran Hearthstone. Hearth to Dalaran and use the portal to Kara.
What do you need?
Hey! This whole stream has been a dirt moment for me. The heat's getting to me. It's unfortunate because I can't open the curtain because I'll be blind. I won't be able to stream. With the curtain closed, I'm not getting enough air in here, and it's getting above 90 degrees Fahrenheit or 30 degrees Celsius in here, and it's just not good. I actually up all night with a really bad migraine, and it only really started to go away probably around 9 a.m. this morning, which was about 4 hours ago. So, no sleep last night. Doing my best to remain awake at the moment. Hence why I had a can of energy drink in my hand a little bit earlier. Yep, for sure, Chavez. That's why I'm still eating chips. And that's why I've got another energy drink that I'm going to start to sip here in a minute.
Each of you shall pay the final sum. Cry for mercy. The reckoning has come.
Isn't there a... See, again, this is why you should pay attention to the quest. I forgot that there was a Darkspear innkeeper in Orgrimmar, right here. I assumed it was in the starting area. Lesson never assume.
How you doing?
well, it gives me a minute to munch on chips. Afternoon, Kildai. How you doing, buddy? Again, guys, I do appreciate you hanging in there with me where it comes to eating a little bit and stream. You guys know how much I hate to do it, but it was just I didn't even get any supper last night because I was just so much pain. No supper, no breakfast. This is keeping me awake and no sleep, so I appreciate your patience with it. And it fell off the walkway.
Work complete.
Choo-choo.
Don't be shy. Bye-bye now.
I wonder if there's a candy bucket upstairs in this one. All the other ends have a candy bucket. Why not the troll one? Take a quick flight to Thunder Bluff. Because again, I'm assuming that's where this one is, but let's check, shall we? Indeed. Been burnt too many times, guys. Been burnt too many times. I actually use handy notes quite a bit myself, Kill Guy. It's, especially for when I'm searching out treasure chests and stuff. It's really handy. Hence, the handy notes. It's always been way too long a flight path. You got to remember, back in the old days, Thunder Bluff was to Orgrimmar as Ironforge was to Stormwind. And really, if you take the deep run tram between Ironforge and Stormwind, it's about 4 minutes. Between the getting on, getting off, waiting for the train, going through the instance portals, it balances out. But still, it's too long. It shouldn't be this long just to balance stuff out. Of course, the real funny part is that there is a Zeppelin between Thunder Bluff and Orgrimmar. But I actually timed it once, and of course this was a couple expansions ago, so probably back in MOP, or maybe even WOD, but I did time it once. And the Zeppelin, from the time it starts to the time it stops at Thunder Bluff, is the exact same amount of time as the flight path. Like, it's identical. It's almost like it's a computer game or something. The main attraction with the Zeppelin is it's free to ride, right? Big problem with that is the Zeppelin exists in real time. I mean, it always exists. It's pretty sure it's the only Zeppelin that always exists. Right? It never goes to a certain point and it's a loading screen. It's just there. So the Zeppelin always takes, X amount of time to do the round trip, because it's always there. It's always somewhere. Oh, are you telling me I can't have duplicate handfuls of treats? Well, you guys know me. I think about weird things. Flash dance.
Work complete.
You can dance for inspiration. Come on.
Work complete.
Blue Inferno? I don't think the Blue Inferno's 250 mounts, because I've got 250 mounts. And I don't have a Blue Inferno. $250 mounts is the green Fellfire Hawk. No, 300 is Heavenly Azure Cloud Serpent. I think 400 is the it's either 350 or 400 that's the Blue Inferno. And I think it's 400. I could be wrong. Hang on. Yeah, 350 seems about right. I was kind of thinking it might be 400, but... Hang on. I'm sorry, I'm just actually looking at, trying to look up the actual achievements for mounts, so I can see them all. Doing this wrong. I know I am. Yeah, 400 is the Frenzied Fell Talon. Yo, Frog. What's up, buddy? No stable big enough as, yeah, the blazing and the biting frost shard core. Gotcha, gotcha. And of course 300 is the Heavenly Azure Cloud Serpent, which I have no desire to get. Okay, let's... Not much, we're just doing some chill leveling of the Warlock, because of course, you know, Contextual's not actually here, so it's the perfect time. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, that's Chavez. There's always next week. Yeah, both are actually weekly lockouts. There's always next week. And a different tune. I would never do that to him, buddy, but I did kind of plan to do half the stream leveling the Warlock and half the stream leveling my DK, because I need to get my DK to 120 so that he can get benefit out of the time walking. Black Temple's cool. There's a lot to it. It takes a long time to do Black Temple. Even when you're one-shotting the bosses, it takes a long time to do because there's just so much to it. Okay. I even ran the Headless Horseman dungeon on this toon, Frog. Give you an idea of how desperate I was to progress a little bit further. Huh. Nice. Have you got both of the glaives yet? Or either of the glaives yet, rather, I should say. Oh, that's tasty. Wow, that helm sure is useful, this expansion, isn't it? It's not actually that bad. Like, I can't see the bonus XP here anymore, obviously, but I would say it's... I think it was about 60k. 60. So, it's more than a regular dungeon, and it's a lot quicker. When you have the bonus like the bonus XP, right? So the first time each day. I always forget this part of Lordaeron exists. Because it wasn't accessible before, just what said before contextual. It's not accessible before, it was not accessible before Cataclysm. Yeah, I thought so. Again, I could be misremembering, so don't take it as canon. I was, Of course. Oh yeah, that's right. I get to choose who I return this crate to. There were a lot of areas like this that before Cataclysm, there just was nothing to it. Yeah. And I mean, that is pretty much exactly what happened. They needed it to look better when people were flying over it, so updated it got. I actually have no idea. I honestly don't care which of these guys I give this thing to. But I don't know which is closer. Sure. I'll give it to that guy. He's right here. He's the one that's on the map. Besides, he's an elf. And all elves are trustworthy.
Our enemies will fall.
Why does that look like a summoning of a warlock? I forgot when you give it to this guy. He tricks the other guy into using the wrong thing that turns him into a spider and kills him. There's no super efficient way that I remember, anyway, Chavez. I would just farm the old raids. They go really quick, right? And you're going to get a lot of lesser charms that way anyway. Alternatively, just go to the auction house. Because they are sellable on the auction house, so you can just go buy a bunch. I don't even think they're that expensive in the world. I don't. Let's see what they're like on my realm.
Got the best deals anywheres.
Fortune. Gortune? There's none on there. Yeah, I know what you mean, buddy. I do. I swear I do.
Come back anytime.
It's those little blue dots. Is that not what we're talking about? Those little blue dots that you get off mobs?
Hey, how you doing?
You're right. No. Scholar's right. I'm wrong. Ah. Yeah, no, I'm a moron. I'm a moron, baby. So why don't you kill me? We never opened up the lesser stuffed pumpkin?
Keep it real.
That's right. Sexy Nightborn butt. Magic vroom vroom vroom.
Well, spit it out.
These two can get sold. Hey Enigma, how's it going, buddy? Thanks for dropping by the stream. Glad to have you. This is a quest item. This is a mode of transport. Well, that can get sold. We don't need that. They're quite cool.
Go get him, champ. I have many, many wares. Punches, lucky doos, and roofs.
Gotta have my transmog on fleek. I did not see it, Enigma. Hang on. I bet it's in here. Ah, worm hugs right at you, back at you, buddy. And we're having a decent day for sure, for sure. Actually, I was not paying a heck of a lot of attention to the chat, honestly, because I wasn't expecting to get any chat, any whispers, but also because I didn't get any sleep last night. I had a horrible migraine shortly after I stopped the stream, and whew. So no sleep, and I was too far gone to eat, so I didn't have any supper or breakfast, so forgive me if I nosh on a potato chip from time to time during the stream. No, like I say, it'll be fine. Well, that's all the Hallows End stuff. We defended Razor Hill. Not really. It was protected when I got there, so I got the free quest credit for that. We did the Creepy Crate quest, and we did a few of the dailies, and we got about a level out of it. That's not bad. Can't remember who was telling me yesterday about the Hallows End quests giving about a level, and they're entirely correct. That's pretty much what I got out of it. Just missed the elevator. Oh, here's a hint. If you haven't already figured this out, and you get lost like me, especially in a circular room where it's easy to... all the alcoves kind of look the same. If you're trying to get out of Undercity, the plaque faces towards the two exits. The plaque on this little dais here faces towards the 2 exits. I always thought that was a neat little thing when I figured it out back in Wrath of the Lich King. I think it was back in Wrath. Something like that. Are there no more ashes of the Wickerman here? Yeah, absolutely. That's just it, Scholar. You gotta find joy in life wherever you can. I thought that there was permanently some Wickerman ashes here that a guy could use to get the 10% experience buff. But I'm not seeing any.
The sky is dark. The fire burns. You strive in vain as fate's wheel turns.
Well, then let's just drive over to Brill and grab a flight path from there. And I think we are somewhere in the Western Plaguelands. Me too, Scholar, me too. Oh, hey there, Candy Bucket.
What do you require?
I was at Hearthland for sure. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a quick bio break and go splash some cold water on my face to cool down. So I will be right back. No fridge raids, Frog. Got my eye on you.
Still burns. A cleansing fire. Time is short. I'll soon retire.
I too quite enjoy the way the horseman speaks, Scholar. I really do. It makes me happy. It's so nostalgic, really. Thanks, Scholar. Make sure my microphone's on. Yep, it is. I do that every time. Okay. Oh, you know what? I bet you that's a candy bucket. No, that's Lieutenant Maynor. Actually, before I report to High Lord Forgering, let's finish up the quest we have down here with the knolls and the lumber and all that kind of good stuff, and then we can head up here. I feel so much better with a little bit of cold water and a cool rag on the back of my neck. It really does. Everybody's really quiet today. Y'all must be doing other stuff while you're watching the stream, which, hey, I'm just glad you're watching the stream. Did anybody get any really good drops lately? That's a good question to ask for a streamer. Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
I require a target.
Scarlet Executioner. Nice. Well, you know, you do it... The secret I find is to do it on a bunch of different characters, because then you get that 500 rep. Hey, Nanners. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for dropping by. Glad to have you in the stream. I got an Ixia yesterday. I did, in stream, buddy. It was amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I was so happy. Like, seriously, you have no idea how happy I was. It was on my second run through the list of not time walking, of the mount planner, right? Yeah. So I mean, you really, to get from neutral. Okay, neutral to friendly is 3,000. Friendly to honored is 3,000. Honored to, so that's 6. Honored to revered is 6, so that's 12. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. Neutral to friendly is 3,000. Friendly to honored is 6,000, so that's 9,000. Honored to revered is 12,000. That's 21,000. And Revered to Exalted is another 21. I lost it. The math went from my head. So it's like 33 from Honor to Exalted. Which is 11 characters. Right? It's not that long if you've got the 11 characters to do it on. Yeah, so it's 3k rep per character, right? Yeah, well, and that's the other part, right? Is it's not horrible, but it does take time. Yeah, honestly, the angler quests aren't that bad either, right? If you've got the fishing skill, the angler quests are pretty decent. There's a pretty good guide on Wowhead on where to fish up each of the 3 fish. So. Well, you know, if your queues are too long, you can always just fish up the rare fish while you're waiting for the queues, right? And of course, it depends on your definition of long queues. As someone who generally only plays DPS, to me, 10 minutes isn't a long queue. That's about average. Well, I thought I was supposed to use this stuff, Drain Soul, because it generates a soul shard. Do I even have Shadow Bolt anymore? That replaced Shadow Bolt. Yeah, Drain Soul replaces Shadow Bolt. So I can't use Shadow Bolt, I have to use Drain Soul. Yeah, no worries, man. I did have a quick look at the Affliction Lock guide. It's a very simple rotation, especially this low in levels, right? Because a lot of the core stuff, that's Drain Light, not Drain Soul. A lot of the core talents happen from here down, right? It talks about using Haunt and using, what is it, not Mortal Coil, Phantom Singularity, some things that come later. Also, the build I was looking at was a very basic build. It's not the best at anything, but it's not the worst at anything either. It's meant to be middle of the road so that no matter what you're doing, whether it's leveling, whether it's dungeons, whether it's, you know, raiding, it's serviceable.
I require a target.
Work complete.
Of course, the only change I actually made to the build, and the reason there was reasons behind it, was I took Drain Soul. They wanted you to take Deathbolt. Deathbolt's a little bit harder to use because you have to be very careful where you line it up with your dots, and I didn't want to be messing around with that in a character I'm gonna play once every 2-3 months.
Hey there. Be
I
careful.
thought this was just easier, since it replaces something else, and it's still a decent one. It still generates a soul shard, so. Hey, RVM Music, how's it going, buddy? For dropping by. Glad to have you. Doing pretty decent. Really, really hot. Like, it's over 90 degrees Fahrenheit in my apartment right now. It's just nasty. Normally I wouldn't even be streaming at this temperature, but I need to get some leveling done anyway, so. And I promised y'all a chill Sunday leveling stream, so here we go. Fly Guy J, thanks for dropping by. Glad to have you. And thanks for the kind sub. Oh, RVM, 9's not enough, man. You should be doing a 10. You can do a 9, you can do a 10, right? And 10 is a cutoff, right? For high level stuff you're going to get in your chest. So it's always better to do a 10 if you know, if you can.
Yes.
Dude, you're 360 DK. You should be doing 12s. I mean, I can't speak for what it fixes this week. I really can't. But
State your business. We will have justice.
yeah, they're nerfing Blood DK in 8.1 because it's so good in 5-mans that it practically is mandatory to have a Blood Death Knight tank. Again, I can't speak to this because I'm not a Mythic Plus expert. I'm just going on what my GM, who mains a Blood Death Knight, the way he talks about it, the affixes shouldn't matter. Right? The affixes should do nothing to you. Because you should be able to, like, no matter what it is, you should be able to, like, anti-magic shell out of it, or, you know, Icebound Fort out of it, or, you know, there's umbilicus out of it, or something.
Something to do it.
You know. Give me a second, RVM. I want to link you something. I do. Because I think it'll help. Like I said, I am not a Blood Death Knight. I can't speak to it. Let me show you what I mean. Well, the healer should never be healing you anyway, and you should be pretty much able to solo any fight. Let me show you what I mean. Like, everything he does is specific to... Well, most of what he does is specific to Blood Death Knights because he mains it, right? But there was one there was one video he did. That's it right there. And I'm going to skip the ad and pause it. And... copy. Well, that's what I mean. He's able to solo pretty much everything. So if you've got a healer and DPS that are at all competent, there should be no +10 that you cannot do. Okay? The number one thing that's asked in his stream is, what level of Keystone should I be doing for my eye level? And he explains the whole thing there way better than I ever could. But trust me, soloing content, soloing Mythic Plus as a Blood Death Knight is his thing. That's what he does. If you're a Blood Death Knight, I cannot recommend highly enough you sub to his channel and watch some of his streams. Because the dude is on point. I'm not saying he's the best Blood Death Knight in the world. I would never say that. What I'm saying is he knows his stuff. Okay? Better than most people. Like, he on the forums, the dude is one of those VIPs that they just did a whole thing where they recruited people to be. He's he's going to BlizzCon as a reporter because he's so good at doing his videos and his streams and stuff. Like, he's going to BlizzCon as a well, I guess the best way to put it is a reporter. Trust me, if he says it should be possible that Blood Death Knight should never need to like at 360, you should never need to back out of doing a +10. I believe the guy. That's all I'm saying.
Work complete.
Can I help you?
I said to him the other day, because he found a glitch that allows Blood Death Knights to solo any key of any level, +1 through +1,000,000 in King's Rest. He found a little glitch, and he put out a video showing it.
We shall triumph.
And so I asked him, I said, does that mean you can carry me through a +10 at King's Rest as a solo? Well, that's why they're nerfing them, Scholar. Anyway, I said to him, does that mean you could carry me through a +10 King's Rest as a solo? Because as you guys know, I somewhat mockingly call myself the worst player to ever play the game. And he laughed, and he says, I can do that already on any dungeon. He says, a Blood Death Knight, he says, I can carry you solo through any +10. I was like, oh, that's cool. So if he can do that, if you got a competent group, there should be no reason why you can't do that, Scholar. None whatsoever. Even on a bad week that's hard for you. That's all I'm saying. And I just want you guys to succeed heavily and, you know, to get the best gear you can. And as Metro explains in the video, there's a huge difference in gear that you get from a +9 chest and a +10 chest. Anyway, talking about that kind of spruced me up, so I gotta thank you, Scholar. I appreciate that. That got me thinking and bright and alert and awake again, so thanks, buddy. I hope it didn't alienate anybody. I said I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not trying to alienate anyone. I'm just... Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, RBM. There should never be, like... The way he talks, there should never be a reason why you don't get a 10 done at a decent eye level and with a decent group. So, but what am I doing? Okay, and we're gonna go and kill some Red Pine looters. Yeah. Well, Scholar, there's a difference between should not and should not be able to. Right? That's the difference. See, what you're talking about is you should not be able to. And what Metro says is... Yeah. But Metro does RVM. That's what I'm saying. Like... It's not that you should not, like, you should not exploit the game and cheat. You should not be able to solo a +10. And that's where the and the little bit of difference between those two is where he has his fun. Oh, sure. Yeah, but RBM, that's the thing. If he can do it solo at 370, 380, whatever, and you've got a healer and 3 DPS, yeah, whatever. But I mean, if he can do that at whatever eye level he's at, and you've got a healer and 3 DPS, there shouldn't be a reason why you couldn't do a 10. There are people out there doing 20s, right? People, the high-end people are doing really insane crap already. And I'm not even talking about Metro. That's all I'm saying. Like, you should never limit yourself because you think, well, that's about all I can do because I've only got this eye level. Especially if there's such a jump. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like, people are doing plus 19s in time. And 385 is the maximum eye level, isn't it? Like, unless I missed something. So, I mean, if somebody's doing a 385 eye level in time, sorry, at plus 19 in time, then somebody with a 360 plus eye level that has a full group that's around his same eye level should be able to do a plus 10, even if it's not in time. You know, even if it's, you know, 5 minutes overtime. Oh, yeah, for sure, but... And there are breakpoints in eye level damage for sure. I said that totally, Scholar. You remember, if you remember last expansion, I talked about soloing certain Mists of Pandaria heroic 25s was really, really hard until you get to the breakpoints in eye level. I totally get that. There are breakpoints in eye level. But it's not like the plus 19 doesn't account for that, right? Well, there you go. And that just comes down to it. Thing of it is, RBM, if you were on North America, I can just about guarantee you could find some good people. Yeah. Heck, Metro would probably carry you himself in some of his non-tank stuff. Because the dude has an insane amount of toons. Is that US or Europe, RVM? Yeah, for sure, for sure. So you're on US servers, right? Because everything is cross-server now. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, we can find you a decent group. Oh, that's awesome, buddy. Another Canuck. Love it. Go hang out in Metro Stream. And, you know, talk to the guy. Get to know him. He's one of the most generous and patient people I've ever met in my entire life. The dude has carried me through challenge modes in Off, WoD, Mythic Pluses all through Legion, and I am horrible at this game. Oh, for sure, Scholar. No worries, man. And that's one of the reasons why we set up the community that we did set up here. It's so we can find people to help with stuff like that. And that's what the other thing I'm getting at, RVM. If you are looking for good people, yeah, for sure. If you're looking for good people, before you go into that group finder, why not go into the Keystone Cops and say, hey, is there anybody that's good that can do a Mythic 10, can give me a hand? Because you know our community's awesome. Just ask. There's great people. BC born. My dad and that whole side of the family was BC born and raised. Kamloops is where they're from. Down in the interior. Right now, my dad and that side, most of that side of the family live in not New Westminster, not. Oh, I keep forgetting what all the suburbs of Vancouver are. Oh, okay, yeah. I know what you're saying. If I remember my BC geography right, that's a ways north. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's awesome, buddy. We got to remember, up until halfway through Legion, although Metro has always loved to tank, he was maining a healer. So he understands that part of it, too. I talk a lot about the guy, and with good reason, not just because he's my friend, but because the guy is insanely good at what he does. And his whole motive for doing what he does is to make people better. Please do. Please do. I've sent so many people over there to check him out, and I don't think a single person has regretted it. Sweet, sweet. Awesome. It's awesome, buddy. That's what I like to hear. Like I say, do never limit yourself. And this is something I struggle with myself. I am so down on what I think I can achieve and what I think I have the time to achieve. Scholar knows, like, I have always loved watching Metro discuss tank strats with people, because watching Metro makes me a better DPS. Because I understand tanks better and what I need to do. Oh, there you go. Hey, Metro has a job. He's limited too. Like, he works as a dental assistant a few times a week. Like, it's not full time, but that's because he's also a streamer. Oh, there you go, RBM. Well, if you're heading out, RBM, take your easy, bud, and I hope you do check Metro out. I know even just seeing a tank, another tank, makes people better. Well, thanks, buddy. Well, I appreciate you staying in. That made me way more animated and awake than it had any right to. Hey, Frog. Well, good luck. I hope you get all your tier 3 transmog from the rares that you're trying to get. Keep forgetting if that's what you're trying to do. I still don't know Arathi well enough to speak on that, but I believe that's what you're trying to do. It really is. That reminds me, now that the Alliance has Arathi, I have to queue for that battle. Tier 2, Tier 2. I wasn't sure if you'd done Tier 1 or Tier 2 or Tier 3 yet. I wasn't sure where you were, buddy, to be honest. Well, you know. Yeah, certainly get more by trying than you do by not trying.
Interesting. Off and away.
Let us know for sure, buddy. You know I'm summoning the great Loa of transmog drops for you. Loa Ian. Oh, that's right. I can't get the 370 on my... I missed it on my paladin. Curses! I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Stretch really thin.
What do you want?
It's so much stuff going on right now. I'm stretched so thin.
Have a good one. I buy and trade.
I tell you all right now, with not a word of a lie, getting pulled into the mythic raid this week just screwed up my whole schedule. I did not expect that, not in any way, shape, or form.
I buy and trade. Work complete.
That being said, dear God, that was fun. I didn't get a single mythic boss down because they pulled me in just for that fight. And good Lord, that was fun. I spent 4 hours wiping on the same boss, and that was one of the most fun times I've ever had in Raid. It was ridiculous. I said this to Metro, and I say this with full sincerity to you guys. I was pushing myself beyond what I thought I was capable of. And it was exhilarating in a way I didn't think that running Mythics could be. I expected to be a heck of a lot more scared than I was exhilarated, and I was quite exhilarated. A lot less scared than I thought it was going to be. It was a heck of a lot of fun. I don't know. It really was great. I said to Metro, I said, Hey, Punky, how's it going? Thanks for dropping by. So glad to have you. We're having ourselves a bit of a spirited discussion. Because we were having quite a bit of... They were down quite a few people to be resorting to me. I said, I'm always here for you, buddy. Anytime you need anything I can do to help, you know I'm there for you. I loved it. He says, I didn't think... He said he didn't think we would get anywhere near where we got on the pulls that we got. And we got him... I think we got him below 45%.
Put your faith in the light.
And at that point, because I think we were in phase 3 or phase 4, it's just a matter of not taking as much damage as early as we did. Oh, good. You're feeling better then, Punky? I worried about you, you know, getting all sick and stuff yesterday. See what we got here. Good. Good. I know antibiotics can really help. They can also really knock you on your butt.
Hello.
I've probably had more antibiotics in my lifetime than most doctors have prescribed. So I know they do help. They can also knock you on your butt. But I'm really glad you're feeling better, for sure, for sure.